Germany has warned of painful cuts for the EU's fishing industry due to the trade deal the bloc has reached with the UK. Britain and the EU have sealed a post-Brexit trade agreement after 9 months of fraught negotiations. Prime Minister Boris Johnson and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen clinched the deal on Christmas Eve after haggling over fishing rights. The mood in Brussels was sober, with Ms. von der Leyen saying one of her main feelings was relief that we can finally put Brexit behind us. Back in Downing Street, Mr. Johnson was upbeat as he declared Britain had secured its negotiating objectives. According to a leaked government document, the UK has 250 times more victories than the EU. The paper, drafted as part of the government's attempt to sell the deal to Eurosceptic MPs, claims David Frost's negotiators got their way on 43% of the major issues, compared with 17% for the EU's Michel Barnier, with 40% of the treaty being a balanced compromise. The crucial issue of fishing has been described as a mutual compromise, with the government settling for a 5.5-year transition during which access is fixed. It does indeed seem to be a mutual compromise, as both sides have already complained about the new arrangement. Lib Dem MP for Orkney and Shetland Alistair Carmichael said, "It is no state secret that fishing has been at the heart of negotiations being prolonged, and it's welcome for everyone that there's a deal at all. But on first flush this sounds rather different than what the fishing community was promised. A deal with a 5-year transitional period is maybe not the biggest difficulty, but at the end of it the expectation seems to remain that only 25% of quota held by EU nations for British waters will be returned to the UK fleet." Back in Berlin, German Agriculture Minister Julia Klöckner warned of painful cuts for the European Union's fishing industry due to the trade deal the bloc has reached with the UK. Ms. Klöckner, a member of Chancellor Angela Merkel's Christian Democratic Union, said she would have liked the cuts to be significantly lower, while pledging support for the sector. Ms. Klöckner said in an emailed statement, "It is all the more important that the agreement provides for a transitional period, with defined quota regulations and guaranteed access to fishing grounds. This gives at least a certain degree of planning security. But it is also clear that we must support the fishermen and give them a hand in this difficult situation. Looking to 2026, it will be important to find a long-term solution." French Minister for European Affairs Clement Beaune said the fishing accord was a difficult effort, but acceptable and doable, while maintaining that the EU must not go beyond the agreed 25%. He added, "We have ways of applying pressure to ensure, I hope, and we'll fight for it, that access will be maintained."